So we are going to see what the 411 is. What information do you need to know today for tomorrow? Okay. What is it, Spirit, that my healing homies need to know? So for some of you guys, what you need to know is that you need to pay attention again to your spending. I mentioned that in the last reading about a new relationship with money. Okay. You need to learn how to budget. You got to write down all your bills. You got to know what's coming in, what's going out. Okay. I feel like for some of you, it's not even more so about your finances, but more of a trauma response, because I feel like for some of you, or for one of you, you may have grown up where there was a lack thereof. And because you have the money now to buy these things, you're buying them just because you can. And Spirit's like, that's not something you should be doing at this time. You could literally be using that money to invest it into making more money for you, versus you just taking that money and throwing it down the trash in the drain, or whatever the case may be. I feel too, for some of you guys, there was a situation with a person where you either didn't meet their expectations, or they didn't meet your expectations in some way, shape, or form, and you had to walk away from it, and you may feel a little lonely. Spirit probably brought that person in your life for a temporary distraction, because we all need distractions sometimes. You don't want to get caught up too much in the physical or in the spiritual realms. You don't want to get caught up just being, in limbo either. So it's like you had a distraction. It was a nice little gift. Made you happy for a little while, but it wasn't what you truly needed or wanted. And that was a disappointment. And Spirit's like, don't let that be a disappointment. That was just something to distract you for a little bit. And now you got to get back on course. Okay. Now you got to get back to you. Now you got to focus on whatever you was focusing on before that, right? Whatever healing you need to do, continue to do that. But that was the case. Again, sometimes, like I said, Spirit tests people through other people, because that's the only way you can get triggered. And it goes based off of how you respond to those triggers on how much healing you've done or how much healing you need to do. Okay. So being in isolation does not really help you heal. Isolation helps you self-reflect. Okay. What you also need to know is that, again, even isolation is for a short period of time. Distractions are for a short period of time. Everything has an expiration date. Unfortunately, everything does. There's not one thing in this world that doesn't have an expiration date. Everything does. And that's how you have to see things, because when you look at it from that perspective, you're able to experience the experience, enjoy it for that moment, and keep on pushing, keep on moving. Okay? You have to keep moving forward. The only thing that is constant in this life is change. And that means you have to learn to adapt. You have to learn how to change. You have to also accept that people are going to come into your life and also leave your life, whether it's on good terms or bad terms. Okay? For a lot of you guys, what you really need to know is that if you want new beginnings, if you want to stand in your power, you have to, one, not misuse your power. Spirit's not going to give you authority over anything, even your own life, if you are misusing it. Everything can get taken away in a blink of an eye, just as fast as if it was given to you. Okay? For some of you, you have to understand that reckless behavior, foolish behavior, just being straight careless about everything, you think Spirit is going to give you more? You over here praying for more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. Spirit gives you a scratch off, you win $100, and you go spend it on your addictions and your vices versus that bill that you were supposed to pay. You think Spirit gonna give you some more money anytime soon? And you misused it? Do you see? I mean, because I used to say this to my daycare babies too. And my cousin used to laugh at me because she would be upstairs, hear me saying this to the daycare babies. And I used to be like, baby, it's the right way and the wrong way. You choose. Hopefully you choose the right way, because it's like, you know right from wrong. But if you choose to do wrong, you have to also accept the consequences of that. And some of you want to do wrong and not accept the consequences of it. And I'm trying to make it make sense here for you. And you wondering why you stuck. You wondering why nothing's changing. You wondering why ain't shit shaking. Because you doing wrong when you need to be doing right. Okay? For others of you, there is an energy of moving. You have to move. Whether it's moving a physical location to see a different change, a different scenery, to meet new people, a move from a job, a move from a lover, a move from you, yourself, your old self, that ego. Okay? For a lot of you, there's a lot of disharmony in your life and in your world because you are not choosing happiness. You are choosing struggle. And that got to change. You're choosing struggle. Why do you want to make things harder for yourself when you can make it easier for yourself by doing the right thing?